It is the main event. Conor McGregor back in the octagon to face Dustin Poirier. The line opened at minus 220. It is now up to minus 340. Minus 175, a little reduced price for a knockout. Obviously, that is the more common path to victory for Conor McGregor. And if you like it under 5 rounds, but maybe you submissions of minus 225 inside the distance, it's a 5-round fight, obviously, in the main event. Why even speculate? Let's just ask Conor himself. In fact, Stephen A. chatted with Conor McGregor recently.
Do you feel you have to win this fight in a very big and dramatic fashion? This can't be a decision. It has to be typical KO from the man that's got 19 knockouts in his UFC career, which would be you. Does it have to end in spectacular fashion?
There you go, Stephen. It's all I know. It's all I do is put people out, and I'm going to do so again on Saturday night. Mark my words.
Well, it's all he does, as Conor McGregor telling our Stephen A. Smith. Now we get to check in with former middleweight UFC champion and ESPN analyst Michael Bisping. Thank you for taking the time, Michael. Good to be with you. So Conor only has 2 decision victories in his UFC career. What's your expectation as to how this main event will play out?
Well, listen, obviously coming into this fight, Conor McGregor has already beaten Dustin Poirier once. So obviously he has the psychological advantage. He has the speed advantage. He has the power advantage. And of course, he has the confidence advantage. Conor McGregor is one of the most confident people in the world. And when you're a fighter, that can be your best friend. So all points signal towards Conor McGregor going out there and getting another knockout. When you look at Dustin Poirier, he's a very, very good striker. However, he does leave himself open at times. He gets a little over aggressive and he throws these long combinations and he leaves a lot of space for somebody like Conor to counter. Conor is a great counter fighter and he's a sniper. And we've seen time and time again, it only takes Conor one shot for that to be the beginning of the end. So, you know, if you put a gun to my head and you ask me who wins this fight, I'll say Conor McGregor. However, Dustin Poirier does have some ways that he can win this fight.
Well, let's talk more about those ways to pull off the upset. So much of the phrasing in the fight game, as you know, is path to victory. What are some of those paths?
Well, if you look at the first fight, it was a 90-second victory for Conor McGregor, okay? And Conor, when you look at him, he's a sprinter. If these guys were Olympic runners, Conor would be a sprinter, 100 meters, and Dustin would be 400 meters. He goes the distance better. He does better as the fight progresses. Conor likes to go out there and knock people out in the first round. So, for Dustin, if he's going to be successful, how does he do that? Well, he's got to clinch. You've got to force Conor to wrestle. It's been well documented. In longer fights, Conor does get tired. So if Dustin can clinch, push him up against the fence, try and make him pummel, make him wrestle, use those big muscles that Conor has, he's going to get tired. And when he gets tired, then he'll start leaving himself open for Dustin to do his work. Maybe he gets a takedown in round 3, gets him down, does some ground and pound. Basically, the longer this fight goes, the more the balance of favor tips towards Dustin Poirier. And I think if Dustin can last to round 3, I think Dustin wins this fight. However, I still think that Conor McGregor gets a knockout in the second round.
Yeah, and the over-under in this is 2.5. Unders minus about $2 or so. It is so interesting the way you broke it all down because a lot of people say it's much like chess. There is a strategy. Conor knows that Poirier is going to try to do all that, and obviously you have to play defense on some of those takedowns as well. Michael, thanks so much. Really appreciate the analysis. Thank you. And you can play UFC 257 Pick'em this week. Select the winners of Saturday's matchups on Fight Island for a chance to win $5 grand. Play for free at ESPN.com.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.